Well, as a team, we want Shape Vision to have impact on the world. We're not making art just for pretty pictures. We're making art in order to have some powerful effect on the people that see it. And so being in a hospital is one of the best places that we could put Shape Vision images, and we feel very privileged and honored to be able to put images in St. Vincent Hospital. It's a real privilege to be able to put something up that's going to create joy, happiness, interest, and movement among people who are more limited in their capabilities because they are in the hospital. So we're very thankful for this opportunity. Hi, I'm Martin Brooks, and I'm the creator of the Shape Vision software. My background is in math and science and computer science, and I've spent many years doing research into mathematics and writing experimental software to try to create software applications that have never been made before. And, when I was younger, I painted quite a lot. I painted with oil paints and watercolors and some drawing. But then for many years I didn't do so much visual art, but I focused instead on music. But then in the last 5 years I became really interested in how mathematics and software could create art that's never been seen before. And that's what Shape Vision is. And the team for the Hidden Shapes of Nature here at Briere included Ross Photography and John Spence and myself. And we all have different backgrounds and played different roles in the process. Sometimes we shared roles, but often they were distinct. So many photographs came from Ross Photography, and I wrote the software, and John is our coach. But when we get together, it's all about the images. Shape Vision starts with photographs. So you have a picture that you took on your camera, or maybe you got it somewhere else, and it's a digital photograph, it's a file, you see it on your screen, and then you run the Shape Vision software on that image, and it changes it. And it changes it to bring out shapes and colors that are hidden in the image, but not readily apparent always. And it can exaggerate those shapes and colors and make them quite fantastic. The shapes that Shape Vision makes for an image are like a jigsaw puzzle. The entire image is covered with the shapes. The shapes interlock and touch each other, but they don't overlap. So it's as though you turned a photograph into a crazy jigsaw puzzle. Our exhibit here is called Hidden Shapes of Nature, which is the theme that we've been pursuing in Shape Vision over the last few years. It's not that Shape Vision can only be used for that. We do have pictures of city buildings and other things that aren't in nature, but nature is the best. And I think particularly for people who are indoors most of the time, seeing things that come from the outdoors and that engage their eye and give them an opportunity to experience some of the benefits that being in nature and seeing images of nature offers is wonderful. And we'd like to offer that, and we hope that our Shape Vision images have an effect like that. The joy of Shape Vision is the images that come out, although they can be a lot of work to get them the way you want them. And Shape Vision as a piece of software has all kinds of dials and switches and controls, and that changes the way that it creates shape images, and finding the right way to do it for a particular image, the way that's going to make the shaped version of that image most dramatic, most unforgettable, is a challenge. But it's joyful because you're looking at the picture and its color and its shape. Speaking from my own experience, writing software can be quite joyful in its own way, but it's a different kind of joy than looking at a picture. It's not shared with other people. When you have a picture, you can share it. Other people can look at it, they can point at it, they can say, oh, here and there, and I like this, and this part really is interesting to me. Whereas with software, not so much. So I get a lot of joy out of writing software, but I struggle with the fact that joy isn't shared. And I'll also say that writing software has some levels of frustration that one doesn't experience when one's generating images, that making art is, the failure modes of making art are less complex than the failure modes of making software. Well, I'm very interested in what people think about Shape Vision art, And I'd like to hear from anybody who's looking at it. And I'd encourage you to contact us either through the hospital or through the internet and tell us what you think. And if there's things you like, we'd like to do more of that. And if there's things you don't like, we'd like to understand why, so that we can make the pictures more effective for you. Now, everybody has different taste, of course, and but we'd like to make as many images for as many people as possible, because we'd like to use art to make people happy and offer some opportunity to engage visually and reflect on the wonderful way that nature hides shapes.